Hello everyone, today we bake a very unique and delicious cocoa swirl pastry. The dough is not just a regular yeast dough that we typically make at home. I wanted to show you something very similar to those authentic Hungarian cocoa swirls that we can buy in bakeries in our country. The dough is more or less like a blender dough, but we will not fold it at all. Combine the sugar, yeast and half of the warm milk. Sprinkle a little flour on top and cover with a plate. Let it rest for 5–8 minutes. Mix the flour and salt. Add the sugar, the egg yolks and the risen yeast with the milk. Add the rest of the milk and knead the ingredients into a dough. You will get a very loose dough, but that's perfectly fine. Add the melted butter and knead until the dough absorbs the butter. Transfer the dough to a well-floured surface and knead it for 2 more minutes. Then place it in a greased bowl. Sprinkle the top with flour and cover with a kitchen towel. Let it rest until it doubles in size. Meanwhile, prepare the filling. Heat up the butter with the whipping cream and sugar. Add the cocoa powder and cook until it thickens well. Transfer the chocolate into a second dish and let it cool down to room temperature. Once the dough has risen, cut it in 4, form balls and rest them covered for 10 minutes. You can find my detailed recipe under the video in the description box. If you like my video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Roll out the first bar into a rectangle and place it on a parchment paper lined large baking pan. Make sure you flour the parchment paper. I forgot to flour mine. Spread half of the butter on the first roll-out dough and set aside. Roll out the second piece of dough and place it over the first dough. Now spread half of the chocolate on the dough and cover with the third roll-out dough. Spread the leftover butter on the dough and cover with the fourth roll-out dough. Remove the dough from the baking pan and smoothen with a rolling pin. You can roll out the dough a little bit larger. Spread the rest of the chocolate and roll up the dough. Cover with a parchment paper and kitchen towel and place it in the fridge for 45 minutes. We want the butter to solidify a little bit. After resting, slice the rolled up dough with a thin kitchen twine. Avoid using a knife because it will ruin the evenly rolled layers of the rather soft dough. Although the dough slices at the cuts will be wrinkled, but will smoothen during baking. Put the slices on a parchment paper-lined baking pan and cover with a kitchen towel. Let them rest for 30 minutes. After resting, spray them with a little milk and bake them in a preheated 375 Fahrenheit oven until golden brown. Let them cool down on a wire rack and decorate with powdered sugar. Please read my recipe carefully. Good luck, everyone.